Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Hamza. First card video, but I want to talk about this topic. I realize men today do not value themselves more so than ever, and that's why they're more sad, angry, depressed, confused, willing to self-delete than ever before. And that's pretty fucked up, honestly. But I also realize the reason why men don't value themselves is the way they're looking at how they value themselves, I believe, is incorrect. And it's the way you're just going to be unhappy. So with that being said, I want to share with you three mistakes I think men make in terms of valuing themselves that you might be making, right? And if you change this, I guarantee the way you value yourself and the way you look at yourself will be much more different. At the end of this video, you'll feel more confident, more powerful, more free, more happy, but more so than ever, you'll be more fulfilled because you'll realize you're able to step outside this matrix that we're all stuck in. So without further ado, here it is. The first mistake I think men make when it comes to valuing themselves is the reason why they don't is because they're too afraid of being alone towards that fear, and they have a scarcity mindset. Let me tell you what I mean. Let's say you have a job offer, but you're not really happy with the job offer. You're like, look, there's so many things I don't really like, but at the same time, because you're afraid, you don't know if you're going to have something else, you accept it because you have a scarcity mindset, right? How many of you guys have shitty friends? Friends that you know are pieces of shit. They talk shit about you. They disrespect you. But you're like, look, I don't want to be alone because I'm fearful of that. So I'd rather be in this situation, have these friends because I have a scarcity mindset. Maybe I can't make other friends. Maybe these are the only people for me. How many of you guys are in relationships where the girl treats you like shit, disrespects you, is not feminine around you, but you're like, look, hey, I know she treats me bad, but if I lost her, I would be lonely and I wouldn't have that guaranteed sex that I get once a month, right? When she allows me to. So I'd rather just be in this comfortable situation, not face the fear, because I think she's the only one who's for me. Let me tell you something. See, the thing is, you think everything outside of you is scarce. You're living in a scarcity mindset, but let me tell you the truth to the matter. The only thing scarce in all these situations is not anybody else, it's actually you. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, you're the main character of your own movie. You have to understand that. In this world, you're the main character of your own movie. I'm the main character of my own movie. He's the main character of his own movie. Everyone's the main character of their own movie. So therefore, in your life, you're the most valuable person. You're the one who's scarce. Nobody else is scarce. You're treating these side characters, these extras, like they're like the scarcity and the main characters. You're the main character, brother. You're the one. You can literally replace all this. And once you understand, the only way to get towards that is you have to understand that you have to go towards that fear. Once you realize I'm the main character, I'm the one that's scarce, you're able to go towards that fear. And you know what happens? Your scarcity mindset starts to turn into abundance. Then you start to realize like, hey, you know what? I don't have to take that job offer if I don't like it. There's going to be 1,000 job offers, right? You start having an abundance mentality. With your friends, you think those are the only friends? You leave your friends, you go towards that fear, you go alone. Just watch. You'll make thousands of friends. People will be like magnetically attracted to your energy. You leave that girl and you realize that, look, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm the scarcity. I'm the one. If I'm being disrespected, I'm not going to deal with that shit. Just watch. Not only will you find women like you, you'll find so many women that are better than her. Right? But it's only when you can see I'm the one who's scarce, not everybody else. Bring the power back to yourself. That's the first mistake I see men make. Happens all the time. Second mistake that I think men make is so many times, and this is very common. It's like a common trap. This is how you understand the matrix, get out of it. So many times we think our value comes from what we have to provide. How much money do you make? Who do you know? Your status, your physique, the girls, the houses. These are all goals to achieve and go towards. Sure, if you want to have money, you want to have fame, notoriety, all that, go for it. But understand your value doesn't come from obtaining these things. Your value is the person you become while you're trying to obtain these things. So again, if somebody who has money, I guarantee they're focused, they're disciplined, they're on time, they're smart with the money, they think long term. These are the values you need to focus on. When you focus on that, money is just a byproduct. So many times in this world, we always just say our men, we're just valuable to like those we serve, right? You only have enough value with like how many people you can take care of because we're providers. I understand that. But that's value you have to other people, not value you have to yourself. You want to build a value in yourself, you have to understand what are these characteristics that I'm going for. Everything else is just a byproduct. Imagine asking a monk, how much money do you make? How many women do you have? The monk would be like, I don't even know how to answer that question. That's weird. All I know is I'm at bliss. The monk is more happy than 99% of the people in the world. So would you want to be like the monk? Or you want to be like this guy who's always chasing money but is never happy? That's the majority of people in this world. They get the money, they're never happy, right? Now, it's easy to say if you don't have the money, right? But understand, that's what wisdom is. You can see that before it happens. That's the reality of the situation. Don't think these things externally give you the value. Your value comes from within. The person you're becoming, right? It's like a paradox. You can go for all these things, but once you focus on the values, I want to have discipline, I want to have focus, I want to have work ethic, I want to make sure I'm on time, I don't lie to people. You start doing this, everything else will just start to fall into place. That's the mistake people make. Value doesn't come from the outside, not your accomplishment, none of that bullshit. It comes from who you are. Number 3, the mistake that I think a lot of men make is they believe their value comes from the past self. Whether you were a rock star or you were a loser. How many times do you see men or guys you've seen talk to in the past and they're like, hey, yeah, back in my day, I was so-and-so and I had this and that. It's like, okay, cool. What about now? Oh, yeah, I'm old. I have arthritis. I have all this bullshit. It's like, okay, then why the fuck does it matter? Stop talking about the past, right? We keep talking about the past, thinking that's who we are. Vice versa. Let's say you were a shitty person in the past. Let's say you lied to people. You cheated on people. You were just mean, right? You're not a good person. Let me tell you something. I empathize with that because that's the person I was. I wasn't a good person. I wasn't happy. I did a lot of things that I regret. But I also have to realize this. I'm not my past self. I'm not who I was yesterday. I'm not who I am. I'm a different person today than I was yesterday. And I'm going to be a different person tomorrow than I am today. And so are you. You're not your past self. When you decide that my values have changed, I'm not the same person, you get to be whoever the fuck you want to be. Don't let your past self, whether it was good, you were a beast, or you're just a shitty person, hold you from, hey, my values today are different. I'm not the same person. I refuse to be that person. Good or bad, I'm somebody new. Stop letting your past hold you and attributing your values and who you are as a person to things you did back then. So just to recap, number 1, the more you go towards this fear of being alone, of walking that lone path, of not being or being by yourself, the more you start to realize, hey, I don't have a scarcity mindset, I have an abundance mindset. I can get whatever I want because I'm the main character of my own movie and I realize I'm the most scarce thing in the world. I am, and so are you. Number 2, I don't care about anything externally. Okay, if I have the money, I have the cars, all this stuff, great. But show me the man who has all this stuff and say, hey, I have everything in the world, and I could care less about it. It doesn't even matter to me. It's a paradox. The things that can be taken away from you, you've never had, right? If it can be taken away from me, I've never had it. Once you start thinking like that, again, that's how a monk would be. You don't have to cut your hair, be bald to be a monk, but you can have that monk philosophy. Understand? I'm not attached to any of this shit. I'm detached, right? And number 3, you're not your past self. These regrets, these remorses, this guilt that you have to understand that was who you were yesterday. And you get to decide who you are, and you can change that at this very moment. It all starts with a decision. I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you got some value in it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, I'm out.